So now let's begin with the sums based on the Cartesian equation, as the sums are from the exercise number 6.1. So here we have the first one. It says that a minus 2 comma 3 comma 4, b 1 comma 1 comma 2, and c 4 comma minus 1 comma 0 are the 3 points. Then you have to find the Cartesian equation of line AB. First we have to find the Cartesian equation of line AB, and then you have to show that the points ABC are collinear. So just now only in the previous video lecture I had explained how to show that the 3 points are collinear. So first you will find the Cartesian equation between these two line AB, between these 2 points. After finding the Cartesian equation, you will substitute the coordinate of the third point in the required equation which we got. If you are getting each ratios equal, then only we can say that all the points are collinear. So let's begin with the presentation part. So here, so this sum, the same sum actually, it is there in the exercise number 6.1, that is a question number 8, and it is a very important sum. And there are some different way also in which you can show that the points are collinear, but I will suggest to use this simplest and easiest concept. First, the Cartesian equation of the line passing through A okay, so we'll consider A as x1, y1 and z1, and B as x2, y2 and z2. And what is the equation between the 2 points? As I had explained in the previous lecture, whenever you have to find the Cartesian equation of the line passing through the 2 points, so this is the formula which you have to apply. So what is the formula? It is x minus x1 upon x2 minus x1 equal to y minus y1 upon y2 minus y1, z minus z1 upon z2 minus z1. Okay, so now here you will write x1, y1 and z1 is what? Minus 2, 3 and 4. x2, y2, z2 is what? 1 comma 1 comma 2. So therefore we can say that the required Cartesian equation are, so substitute the value of all the points in this equation, so you will get x minus x1 is what? Minus 2, x2 minus x1 is what? Minus 2, equal to y minus y1. What is y1? 3. y2 minus y1, 1 minus 3. Z minus z1 is what? 4. So your z2 minus z1 is what? 2 minus 4. So the next step you will get x plus plus, this will be minus, minus will be plus, minus minus will be plus, keep this y minus 3, 1 minus 3, z minus 4, 2 minus 4 as it is. Okay, so in the next step you will get x plus 2 upon 3, y minus 3 upon minus 2, and z minus 4 upon minus 2 as the required Cartesian equation. Yes or no? As I told, I had explained this concept in the previous video lecture. After finding the Cartesian equation between these 2 points, as now we got this is the Cartesian equation of the line AB. Now how to guess whether the given 3 points are collinear or what? So simply what you will do, you will now take this third point, you will substitute the third point in the required equation. If all the ratios are equal, then only we can say that all the points are collinear. So now substituting the third point in the above equation, so we get here, so here we have x is what? Simply you have to substitute the point. So now we'll consider this point C as x, y, z directly. Okay, so x is what? X, y, z is also what? It is a coordinate only, na? Yes or no? So 4 plus 2 upon 3. Y is what? Minus 1 minus 3 upon minus 2. Z is what? 0 minus 4 upon 2. So here 4 plus 2 is what? 6 upon 3 minus 4 upon minus 2 minus 4 upon 2. Yes or no? Sorry, here it is minus 2. Okay. So this is 2. This is also 2. And this is also 2. So here the each ratio it is equals to 2. So since here you can write C satisfy the equation. So here you will write the sentence, since C satisfies the equation of a line AB, so therefore we can say that the point A, B and C are collinear. I hope you all understood that how to show that the 3 points are collinear. So we'll take one more example. If suppose if you want to show that these are the 3 points and you have to show that PQR are collinear. So first you will find the Cartesian equation between these 2 points by using the formula x minus x1 upon x2 minus x1, y minus y1 upon y2 minus y1, and z minus z1 upon z2 minus z1. After finding the Cartesian equation between these 2 points, or we can say between these two line AB, between the line AB, so now you will substitute the value of r in the required equation which we got, and if all the ratios are equal, so therefore we can say the points are collinear. So that means if the third point satisfy, when we substitute the value of third point in the required equation, and if it satisfy and if we are getting all the ratios are equal, then only we can say the points are collinear. Collinear means all the 3 points are lies on the same line. Okay, so in this way you can show that the 3 points are collinear. So now we'll move on to the next sum. Okay, in the next sum we have to find what? We have to find the Cartesian equation of line passing through a point and having the direction ratio. Okay, so now we'll see which formula we have to apply, the first, second or a third. As clearly we can see that we have 1 point and a direction ratio, so we have to apply the first one. Okay, so now you will write what? The line is passing through A minus 1 comma 2 comma 1. So we'll consider this A as x1 y1 and z1, and also it has the direction ratio. Yes or no? It has the direction ratio is what? 2 comma 3 comma 1. So we'll take the direction ratio as alphabet A, B and C, as I had explained in the previous video also. A, B, C are what? They are their direction ratio. So your A is 2, B is 3 and C is what? 1. Okay, so after that, as we have to find the Cartesian equation for this sum, so we'll write the Cartesian equation of the line passing through a point x1 y1 z1 and having a direction ratio, that is a b c, is x minus x1 upon a. So this is the formula which we have to apply: y minus y1 upon b and z minus z1 upon c. Simply substitute the value. So here x1 is what? Minus 1. A is what? 2. Yes or no? Y minus y1 is what? 2 and b is 3. Z minus z1 is what? 1 and c is 1. So therefore here we'll get x plus minus minus will be plus. This will keep same as it is, and z minus 1 upon 1. So here which we got is the required Cartesian equation for a line passing through a point A and having the direction ratio. So this is the required Cartesian equation. So in this way you have to find the answer. And again, the sum it is there in the exercise number 6.1, that is a question number 6, was the very easy and the simplest sum. I hope you all understood the sum also. So let's move on to the next sum. So now in this sum again we have to find the Cartesian equation, as we are dealing with the sums based on the Cartesian equation. I hope you all understood the previous two sums. So now this is the third sum. This is a question number 7th of your exercise number 6.1. Here also we have to find the Cartesian equation of the line passing through. Now it is between the 2 points. As we know that whenever you have to find the Cartesian equation of line passing through a 2 point, so this is the required formula which we have to apply. So we'll start with the presentation part. So here you will write the Cartesian equation of the line passing through. We'll consider A as x1 y1 z1, and for B we'll consider as x2 y2 and z2. So therefore its required equation will be what? X minus x1 upon x2 minus x1, y minus y1 upon y2 minus y1, and z minus z1 upon z2 minus z1. So remember this two formula. Whenever you have a point and direction ratio, so you will apply this formula. So whenever a line passing through a 2 points, so this formula will come. And third one, when we have to find the coordinate. Okay, so this is the separate thing. So this two formula you have to remember are the very important formula whenever you have a line passing through a point and direction ratio, and whenever you have a 2 point. Okay, so therefore after this you will write x1 is what? 2, y1 is what? 2 and z1 is what? 1. X2 is 1, y2 is 3 and z2 is what? 0. Okay, substitute the value. So x1 is 2, x2 minus x1 equal to y minus 2 3 minus 2 z minus 1, so here you will write 0 minus 1, yes or no? So therefore x minus 2 upon minus 1, y minus 2 upon 3 minus 2 is 1, and z minus 1 upon 0 minus 1 is what? Minus 1. So here which we got is the required equation, Cartesian equation of line passing between the two point, passing through a 2 point. And again it was a very easy sum. I hope you all understood the sum also. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. So now we'll move on to the next sum. So this sum actually it is there in the exercise. This is the question number 11 of the exercise number 6.1. As again it is a very simple thing, and the concept also it is very simple. Simply you have to show that the lines passing through the origin, whenever it is passing through the origin, so we know that the coordinate will be what? 0 comma 0 comma 0. Okay, so directly I will show how to show that the line is passing through the origin. If it is passing through the origin, simply you will substitute the coordinate here in this equation. If all the ratios are equal, then we can say that it is passing through the origin. That is a simple concept here. So the solution part will be what here? If a line, we'll write if a line is passing, a very short and simple sum. Okay, here not much more things to do here. It's not a difficult concept also. So passing through any point, then that point should satisfy the equation of the line. So for origin we'll take O 0 comma 0 comma 0. So we'll consider let x minus 2 upon 1 is equals to, we'll substitute this coordinate, we'll consider this coordinate as x, y and z. We'll substitute the value. If this value satisfy the required equation, then we can say that the line is passing through origin. So simply what you will take, you will take 1 1 ratio here. So here we'll write 0 minus 2 upon 1. So here we got the minus 2 for the first ratio, y minus 4 upon 2, 0 minus 4 upon 2. So minus 4 upon 2 minus 2. Now we'll take the third ratio. So 0 plus 4 upon, okay, so here in the question here it is actually minus 2, remember. Okay, so here minus 2 minus, so 4 upon minus 2. Okay, so simply what you have to do, you will have a Cartesian equation and you have to show that the line is passing through the origin. Simply you will take this coordinate, you will substitute the value here. If each ratio is equal to the same number, then we can say that the line is passing through origin. That's it, a simple concept like we did in the collinear. Okay, so if this origin coordinate satisfy the equation of the line, as here clearly we can see that here it is minus 2, remember in the question. So as clearly we can see that we are getting what? Each ratio equals to minus 2. So therefore here we can write what? The line x minus 2 upon 1 equal to minus 4 upon 2, z plus 4 upon minus 2 actually it is passing through origin. So we'll give this as 1, 2 and 3. From 1 to 3 we satisfy that the line actually is passing through what? Origin. So this was a simple and a basic concept. Simply you have to substitute the coordinate in the required equation. If all the ratios are equal, then we can say that the line is passing through origin. Okay, so the sum actually is from the exercise only. It is the last sum of the exercise. It is a question number 11. So hardly we left with two more sum from the exercise. That is a question number 9th and the question number 10th. So now we'll take the question number 10th, and in the next video lecture we're gonna do the sum number 9th. So hardly we left with this two question only. Okay, so in the next lecture we'll complete this exercise number 6.1, and after that we're gonna start with the exercise number 6.2. And 6.2 is what it is based on how to find the shortest distance between the two vector equation and between two Cartesian equation. So let's move on to the question number 10 first, and in the next lecture we're gonna see the question number 9th. As this question, it is a little different. The sum actually it is not based on the Cartesian equation, it is based on the vector equation. As we had completed the sums based on the first formula, second and the third, we left with the last one, and this sum actually it is based on the last formula, last concept. As whenever we have, I hope you all might be knowing this also, I had explained in the second video lecture. Okay, in the first video lecture I guess I had explained this all the concept. Okay, so whenever a line passing through a point and it is perpendicular to a line and perpendicular to a two vector equation, and you have to find the vector equation again. Okay, the same thing here, it is given a line passing through a point and having the perpendicular, and it is perpendicular to the two vector equation, and again you have to find the vector equation. So in this case what exactly you have to do, you will compare this two equation with this two vector equation, where from there you will get b1 and b2. Okay, and you will apply this concept, this formula, that is r bar equals to a bar plus lambda b1 cross b2. So let's begin with the sum now. So in the solution part, I hope you all might be knowing, as I had explained in the first video lecture, all this concept. Okay, in that also I had explained the fourth one. Whenever a line passing through a point and it is perpendicular to a two given vector, and again you have to find the vector equation. So let's begin with the step. So here first you will write, let a bar be the position vector of point A. So we'll consider this point as A, 3 comma minus 1 comma 2. So therefore a bar, if it is a position vector, so we'll convert this point into ijk. So this will be 3i minus j plus 2k. Okay, after that we know that the given lines are what? The first one is r equals to I plus j minus k lambda 2i minus 2j plus k, and the second equation is what? 2i plus j minus 3k plus mu I minus 2j plus 2k. Don't forget to write the cap. Okay, so now we'll compare this two required equation, as the required equation is what? Perpendicular to the given lines which are parallel to the vector indirectly, yes or no? So from here you will get b1 and b2. So b1 is what? 2i minus 2j plus k, and b2 is what? I minus 2j plus 2k, yes or no? As you will compare the equation with r bar equals to a bar plus lambda b1, r bar equals to a bar plus mu b2. So when you will compare from here you will get b1 and b2, yes or no? This is b1 and this is b2, and we know that if they are perpendicular, so indirectly it will be parallel to what? B bar, yes or no? this also we saw in the first video lecture. I had explained when the required line is perpendicular to b1 and b2, actually it is parallel to what b bar, so both are one and the same. So if you want, you can use this formula or else the second one also, but I will suggest you apply the first one. Okay, in both the cases you will get the same answer only. So just this concept is what, if the required line is perpendicular to two given b1 and b2, actually it is parallel to what, b only. So from the diagrammatic form you will come to know when these two are perpendicular, actually it is parallel to what, b bar only. So as I told, just try to buy the formula and the statement. Okay, don't go the concept through the diagrammatic form, so you will end up with the complex part only. So there, when you go through a diagrammatic form, so it will make the concept difficult, as I told in the first lecture only. So just simply remember, whenever you have a two vector equation and if a line is passing through a point and if they are perpendicular, when they are perpendicular you have to apply this concept. So whenever the word come perpendicular, so remember this concept will come whenever it says that it is parallel. So this one, so actually this two formula is one and the same. When they are perpendicular, indirectly it is parallel to what, b bar only. So but we'll apply the first formula. Okay, so now we'll find b1 cross b2, as we know that how to find the cross product. So for the first row we'll write ijk, yes or no. In the first row we'll write ijk, and the second row we'll write the coefficient of ijk of b1, 2 minus 2 and 1, 2 minus 2 and 1, and in the third row you will write the coefficient of b2. Okay, I hope you all might be knowing how to solve the 3 into 3 determinant. Yes or no? So here I, so minus 4, here we have this opposite symbol, so okay, opposite symbol, so here plus 2 minus j, so this will be 2 2s are 4 minus 1 plus k. Okay, minus 4, so here we have the opposite symbol, so plus 2 will come. So therefore minus 4 2, it will be minus 2i. 4 minus 1 is 3, so here it will be minus j, and this part is what, minus 4 plus 2, it is minus 2k. Okay, so in this way you have to find the cross product between the two vector. So here we got b1 cross b2, and the rest it is very simple. Now you will apply the formula, the equation of line. Okay, passing through passing through the point and having position vector and the perpendicular to two given vector, we can write as what, r bar equals to a bar plus lambda b1 cross b2. And we know that when the required line is perpendicular to b1 and b2, actually it is parallel to what, b bar, so b bar will be equals to b1 cross b2 only. So you can use the first formula also. Okay, so r bar equals to, what is a bar, what is a bar, it is 3i minus j plus 2k. So this part you got from here. So a bar from here you got, so as in the first step only we wrote that a bar be the position vector of the point a. I hope you all understood the concept of the sum. As here we have a line passing through a point, and here we have the line is perpendicular to the two lines, and again we have to find the vector equation. So again we have to find the vector equation. This is the vector equation. So from where you got a bar from here, and we'll keep this lambda as it is, and b1 cross b2 from here we got that is minus 2i minus 3j minus 2k. Okay, so in this way you will find your answer. So once again I will explain the sum. Whenever you have a two equation vector equation of line, as the line passes through 3 comma minus 1 comma 2 and it's perpendicular to the line, this two line, so when you will compare the equation from here you will get b1 and b2, so you will find the cross product between these two, and from here you will get what, a bar. So from here you got a bar, and between these two you will get the cross product, and again you have to find the vector equation. So we'll apply this formula, substitute the value, you will get the answer. I hope you all understood the sum. So in the today's lecture we completed the concept based on the Cartesian equation, the concept based on how to find the distance, shortest distance between the vector equation as well as the Cartesian equation, as and also we did all the sums based on the Cartesian equation, and this was the only sum which was based on the vector equation, and it is a question number 10th from the exercise number 6.1, and hardly we left with only one sum from the exercise, and that sum we'll see in the next lecture. I hope you all understood all the concept and all the sums based on the Cartesian equation. So till then, goodbye, see you in next lecture. So in next lecture we'll see the remaining sums.